I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Hello collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher, and welcome to my collection of 1/6 action figures. It's not much, I understand, but it's what we got. If you wanted to call them dolls, say glorified Ken dolls, I would not have much to argue with you with because I had to dress them. Now, yes, this young lady here, the Panther Queen, she is an action figure. But the rest of my guys, they do action figure stuff, and they do action figure stuff really well. I mean, these are some posable dudes, but I had to dress them. And I generally don't have to dress my action figures, so we'll call it what it is. Today, though, we are here to take a look at Blade Man. Yeah, this is a third-party Blade figure. You know, of course, Hot Toys has a Blade figure. I think it's Blade 2. There's another third-party figure, which is a little, still higher scale, but lower scale than Hot Toys, called, but nonetheless, it's not that. Whatever that thing is called, this isn't that. This is even lower scale. So, and lower scale in the sense that it still cost $150. I mean, $150 for this Blade 2 figure that we're about to take a look at. So, let's clear the way so we can take a look at this guy. As you can see the front of the box, there's an unseemly crease down the front of the box, but I don't think anybody is a in-box collector of these kind of things, so I guess that's probably not too bad, unless you want to resell it, I guess, and that would probably be frowned upon. Some cryptic dialogue on the back of the box. Some warnings, choking hazards. This is an adult collectible, my friends, not for the kiddies. Ages 15 and up, but still makes you a child, in case they don't know. More indecipherable gibberish. And now it's time to cut Eric Brooks open, kind of. I guess we're just gonna, get the cellophane off. No need to stop the camera for that. Alright, let's see what we got inside of this box here. How does it open? Oh, there it goes, that way. And we have some foam here. Let's peel back the protective foam. And here goes Blade Man in the box, protected by his foam. Let's pull him on out there. Alrighty, look at dang, look at Blade Man. Blade Man looking pretty good. Let's focus in on Blade Man a little bit. Alright, got his leather. Okay. It looks like there's some kind of wire-ish stuff in here. We'll take a closer look at him. Let's continue opening the box and see if he has some accessories behind this leather, behind this layer. And he does. Okay. Well, let's get these out of the box. Goodness. And here goes Blade Man. We took his coat off so you can just get a look at the figure without his coat. Yes, his head looks a little large for his body without his coat on, but who's going to actually be posing him without his coat on? I know I won't be. And he comes with a lot of accessories. As we can see, he comes with quite a collection of hands and weapons and blades. Some of which I don't know exactly where they go. We'll take a closer look at those in a bit. But first, let's say we take a close-up look at Blade Man. I present to you, collectors, Blade Man. I call him Blade Man because that's how he is addressed on the order page. The toy company I was thinking of previously that also made a third-party Blade figure was Present Toys. This one doesn't particularly have a name. There's no name on the box anywhere as far as a manufacturer of this fine collectible. But I can guarantee you from everything that I've seen of the Present Toys Blade, what they call Blade Warrior, this is the same figure. They come with the same accessories, the same coats, everything is the same with the exception that the Present Toys Blade Warrior comes with a stand, whereas Blade Man here does not. Also, this is important too. And mind you, I wanted to make sure I didn't lose him, but Blade Man here didn't come with sunglasses, which, you know, can you have a Blade without sunglasses? I'm assuming, since sunglasses are on the box, that they just forgot to put them in. This is my assumption. I'm going to go ahead and it's not beyond me to have lost them either. But this action figure is, at the same time, probably the most badass piece of plastic that I've owned in my entire life, while simultaneously being one of the biggest pieces of shit I've owned in my entire life. I mean, I am torn by Blade Man. Now, why is it badass? Just look at it. I mean, this is this thing looks good. He has a lot of really nice accessories. He looks wonderful. The attention to detail, the face sculpt, the way he without the sunglasses that I added to him. I mean, this is you know, with Wesley Snipes should sue these motherfuckers, man. I mean, yeah, you know. Man, I can even see a little bit of Mahershala Ali in this guy. I mean, and even if it didn't look like Wesley Snipes, that's a very intense looking face sculpt. You know, the costume looks wonderful. The silver, if anything, it's too clean. The guns look really good. The coat has wires which you can pose. I had to attach his holsters in which he can put his other gun, which he has here, which you can see. It also looks very good. He has a machine gun of some kind of automatic to mow down some more vampires. He has a bunch of hands. He has this thing, which I assume straps onto his arm, because that's what I did with this one. Hell, if I know if that's where it goes. It is, yeah, it looks great. He has this coat, which is interesting. He has this coat. Now, mind you, the thing about this coat is that it doesn't fit over the vest or anything, and I figured, because it's too small, I figured I have to take the vest off and all the other stuff to put this coat on. And, you know, I can't imagine, you know, Blade going out on a vampire hunt without his gear. So this must be the coat that Blade wears when he's, you know, going to Kroger or Publix or something, you know. But I don't think it would be beyond Eric Brooks to completely murder a checkout girl or a bag boy if he thought they were a vampire. So I can't imagine him leaving the house not wearing any of this. But what are the flaws of this figure? Oh, there are many. There are many. First of all, there's this sword here, which is pretty much broken. And the sword, of course, hooks on to a notch in the back of his leather coat, which is also pleather coat, which is also very nice. But the thing is, it doesn't catch. So if his collar rides up just a little bit, and it falls off. And now it's unhooked, and now it's staying in, even though I unhooked it, which makes me look like an idiot. But that's cool. That's not the first time that's happened. Also, Eric's head, you got to be very careful because it pops off very easy. And but you know what? As long as you don't drop him or tug on his head or be very careful when removing his coat, which we will not do with Eric over here, it's going to stay on. I like the fact that his sword is finally staying on, and his sword is broken. The hilt is broken. We're not going to show you the brokenness of it. I'm going to take my word on it, and we'll put on the sunglasses he didn't come with. I provided these. Thank you. I totally provided these sunglasses for Blade. And they are quite the right type of sunglasses. You know, Blade normally wouldn't wear these, but we gotta go with what we got. You know. So I'm not complaining too much. He has his stakes here, which was another accessory that we had to strap on, which hooks onto his waist, which goes through his holsters. So that there goes the sword, but that's okay. So there goes the hilt. It's broken. It's okay. You know, it's not okay because this thing costs $150. But there goes his put his gun in the holster there. One of his guns. And there goes Eric. You know, he's looking pretty good there. Blade. Blade Man. Because, you know, Blade Man. Blade and his tattoos. And I always wonder, who did Blade trust with a inking iron to the back of his neck? It must have been Whistler. I can't imagine him letting anybody else do that. So, what kind of value do we assign Blade Man over here? Well, I love Blade Man. I hate Blade Man. Blade Man is, like I said, the most badass combination of plastic and pleather that, you know, I've ever owned. Blade Man is also flawed and broken, but Blade Man is also badass. So, but even though Blade Man was expensive, he was not Hot Toy expensive. You know, I think Toy Gang said everybody should have at least one Hot Toy, and I was this close to pulling the trigger on Reva the Third Sister Hot Toy. But I'd already blown my previous quarter action figure budget on something that was just as expensive as Reva. Not Blade Man, but something that we talked about in my Mezco Fantastic Four figures. So maybe in May or August or December, if Reva is still available, maybe then I'll drop $265 on a Hot Toy. Until then, but we're talking about Blade Man here, and when we talk about figures that cost as much as this, you know, the value is more or less, do we regret buying it? I have some regrets buying Blade Man, but the regrets are kind of etched away the more I look at Blade Man, because Blade Man looks so good. He's so badass looking. So we're going to go ahead and say, yeah, we have no regrets on Blade Man. Blade Man is a no regret purchase.